You have a list of items that you need to complete today, and suddenly you notice yourself serving the social media, uh, completing a lot of small little tasks, yet end of the day you did not finish this big thing that you're supposed to finish. So what do we call that? Procrastination. Hi, this is Daryl Tan, researcher, retail psychologist here, and today we are talking about how to not get procrastinate. But before we go into that, first of all, you must understand the psychology behind procrastination. It is very common that many of us we tend to push all the things or tasks that we are supposed to do but hard to complete at the back of our mind. Reasons being you feel that it takes a lot of time, it is not easy, so chances are we start to look into small little things that can easily be completed. End of the day, we feel that hey, this task is just too hard to go, so why not just push to the next day and again and again. So end of the day, you feel that it is not possible to complete the task. So over here, I have 5 simple strategies for you to ensure that you do not procrastinate. Okay, so are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, break into smaller chunks. So the reason is because most of these tasks that we do is really huge, and sometimes it's hard to complete at one go. So why not just break into like small little chunks? Maybe like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. That way it's easier for you to feel a sense of accomplishment, and most importantly, you are making it to the next stage. Alright, so the whole idea is that since many of us we have this sense of achievement, which is complete tasks in a short period of time, this is really useful, especially if you have a very big project. Okay, so that's. Let me just give you an example. Well, one of the things that I feel procrastinate. Okay, in fact, when I first wanted to start this webinar, I have my own online program that I wanted to really share throughout the whole world. The thing is that I feel very overwhelmed. I have to think of the content, I have to set time, make all the slides, think over on how to articulate the message, so ensure everybody buys it, and so there are many things I need to do. So what happens is that I try to segregate into maybe six small little items, okay, so ensure that I can complete the whole thing. So for example, like okay, completion of slides. So instead of just completion of the slides, I just put like okay, so I'm gonna finish in 3 days. Each day just complete 5 slides, something like that. So this will ensure that I'm able to complete that particular task. Now sooner or later the whole task is completed. Okay, so this is just my own example on how you can use this idea or make your work even better. Number 2, resourcefulness. Now, this is one of my personal experience. The reason why I always procrastinate on certain tasks is because I find that I need to look for someone for whether it's approval or maybe look for someone to ask for information before completing the task. And sometimes I feel not easy to get hold of the person. Whether is it this person is always on the go, or is it always not in the office, not easily reachable. So making it that I always procrastinate. So what happens is that sometimes it's not just how you get information, but is there other ways to get the particular information? So this really requires a lot of proactiveness. Okay, so be resourcefulness. This is really one of the key. It's one attitude that you have to have if you really want to be successful. Okay, the third one is what we call as get help. Remember just when I talked about resourcefulness? So resourcefulness, sometimes you just can't find any other ways. So what happens is that it is important to always ask for help. The challenge is that many of us, we tend to feel shy to ask for help. Like it or not, some of us, we had that feel that if we ask for help, we feel a bit embarrassed, we feel that we are not good enough. People will view us differently. But the fact is that the market will always give us for what we ask. Now this is just something I just learned recently, that if you really want to complete certain tasks, whether it's a project or maybe the particular information, there's always someone that can help. All you need to do is just ask. Now you may not have those information immediately, but perhaps someone that you know of may know other people may help. So there's always someone that can always help. All you need to do is just learn to ask. Okay, so this is the third one. The fourth one is always to think about consequences. So what happens is that sometimes if we do not complete certain tasks, what are the possible consequences that we'll be facing? Could it be that people will start lose respect to us, or is it that certain important task is not able to complete, making it that the trust for the public to your brand will no longer be there? Or maybe even sometimes your job is getting endangered. Okay, so whatever it is, most important thing is that think of what are the consequences if you do not complete the task. Now, it's not a guarantee, but many cases that we think on the negative part of the consequences, we start to move accordingly. And this leads to the last one. It's what we call as take action. Yes, it's an easy way to do, but the moment we take action, there's always the momentum comes in. So long as we do not just stop there, we will always have the momentum to make things happen, even if it's just by a little bit. But it's still great because most important is that you took action. The moment you take action, everything will just come on your way. So that's all for today for this video. I hope you learned from that. Now comment down below what are other what are the strategies that you always use to ensure that you do not procrastinate. Alright, so that's all for today. This is Daryl Tan, researcher, retail psychologist here. So until then, let's ring the tail.